In the heart of a sprawling metropolis, hidden within the labyrinthine alleys and shadowy corners, stood an unassuming building that housed the clandestine laboratory of Talia Ashford. The blonde-haired alchemist with sapphire eyes was known in certain circles for her extraordinary concoctions, each one a testament to her mastery over the arcane and the scientific. Her presence was unmistakable, commanding, striking, and confident, as much as the bubbling vials and mysterious tomes that lined her shelves. On this particular evening, Talia was on the verge of a breakthrough. She had been meticulously crafting an aphrodisiac potion, one that promised to ignite the flames of passion in even the most frigid of hearts. The potion shimmered with a lustrous glow, reflecting the anticipation in Talia's eyes as she added the final ingredient. Unknown to Talia, her rival, Victor Gravesend, had been tracking her progress. Victor, with his short black hair, clean-shaven face, and composed demeanor, was a formidable alchemist in his own right. His brown eyes often flickered with a competitive fire, especially when it came to Talia. The two had a long history of rivalry, constantly pushing each other to new heights in their craft. Victor had managed to infiltrate Talia's lab under the guise of a potential buyer, hoping to uncover her secrets. As Talia stepped away to answer a knock at the door, a delivery of a rare ingredient she'd been waiting for, Victor seized his chance. He slipped a vial of his own concoction into her brew, a potent enhancer he believed would amplify the potion's effects. Talia returned moments later, none the wiser, and saw that the potion had shifted into a vibrant, gleaming hue. She assumed it was a sign of perfection, the final stage of her own creation, and allowed herself a rare moment of satisfaction. Just as she was preparing to test the results, Victor made his presence known, revealing his interference with a smug grin. Their eyes locked, and a storm of emotions surged between them: annoyance, rivalry, and something unexpected. Before either could act, the potion erupted. A cloud of sparkling mist filled the room, swirling with enchanting energy that clung to their skin and filled their lungs. Their bodies tensed, not with fear, but with a magnetic pull neither of them could resist. Talia's breath caught in her throat, the magical air sending an intense warmth through her chest. Victor, equally affected, took a sharp step back, but couldn't bring himself to look away from her. "What did you do, Victor?" Talia asked, her voice low and thick with something between curiosity and challenge. "I made your potion a little more compelling," he replied, struggling to keep his tone steady. The mist curled around them like living silk, amplifying every heartbeat, every glance, every inch of space between them. Trapped within the lab, surrounded by the thick glow of arcane desire, they couldn't ignore the connection sparking between them. Talia stepped closer, her movements measured and graceful, as though caught in a dance neither had rehearsed. She reached up, brushing her fingers along Victor's shirt collar, straightening it under the guise of focus. Victor's hand hovered for a moment, then gently touched her arm. An electric jolt ran between them. The moment froze, and neither spoke. Their faces were inches apart, their breath mingling in the heavy air. Then, without warning, Talia turned and briskly walked to her workbench. She needed control. Of the moment. Of herself. "You've tampered with alchemical protocol," she said, more for her own composure than any accusation. "And you're acting like you didn't just consider kissing me," Victor replied, standing his ground. She turned slowly, lifting her chin. "What I considered," she said smoothly, "is bottling this potion and making a fortune, assuming you haven't ruined it." Victor's smirk faded. "You and I both know it worked. Maybe too well." Silence stretched between them as the effects of the potion began to settle, though the tension remained, humming just beneath their skin. Eventually, they dressed the scene with professional words and distant gestures, each pretending that the heat between them had been nothing more than magical interference. I should go, Victor said, turning toward the door. Yes, Talia agreed, folding her arms. You should. But in the days that followed, neither could forget. Talia would find herself staring into the potion's glow, recalling the look in Victor's eyes. Victor, meanwhile, replayed the echo of her voice and the way his pulse had surged when she stepped close. And one evening, without warning, Victor returned, stepping through the door as if drawn by the potion's pull once more. Talia didn't look surprised. She simply turned to her shelves and smiled faintly. She had already begun brewing a second batch, because while the potion may have ignited the flame, what remained between them was undeniably real. For full explicit version of the story and extra content, check out the Forbidden Pages on OnlyFans, Fansly, and FanView. Link in the comments below.